I didn't know anything about Shelter when I loaded it up. It was just referred to around the office as the Badger game. And it is a game about badgers, but it's also much more than that.
You begin your life as a mother badger in your cozy badger den, with 5 baby badgers in your care. Their soft whimpers immediately cry hunger, but you notice one weak, pale-looking baby who can't get up.
Sniffing around your home, you find a buried turnip which is just enough to rouse the youngster to life, and thus begins your journey out into the wild. You set off into the dangerous world, babies in tow, in search of more turnips.
This opening sequence is pretty much all you need to feel emotionally attached and wholly responsible for your 5 little badgerlings. You can run quite fast, but the babies struggle to keep up, and their little whimpers and barks are pretty cute.
Yeah, some kind of protective parental instinct just kicks in, doesn't it? But once outside, I was also struck by the beautiful art and design of this game. Pale, earthy tones, a cool kind of geometric style, as if everything had been cut out of paper. And the way they tie that into the environmental and weather changes is just charming.
Great music and sound design too. Forest sounds are complemented with a subtle orchestral score of percussion, minimal piano and guitar. There's a lovely little guitar strum that plays whenever one of your cubs finishes eating something. And it just provides that little extra element of gamer progression and achievement.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it reinforces your purpose, doesn't it? Plus, all those little animal sounds are so cute, the little snuffles and grunts and things.
You really do get fully immersed in the world of being a small animal.
Yeah, you do. At first, you gleefully frolic about the field, sniffing out veggies, rodents, and frogs for your young'uns to eat. But life's not all a walk in the park for these guys. Baby badgers have the misfortune of looking rather tasty to predators.
Yes, there's all sorts of nasty creatures out there that would like to make a meal of them. Birds, sinister creatures in the night, and if you don't keep all your babies well fed, they might starve and pass out.
Yeah, on my first playthrough of this, I didn't realise that you had to make sure each individual cub had enough food, so when navigating this nightfall section, 2 of them fainted. Now, the idea of this level is to make sure your cubs stay in the light, or they'll get eaten. But with 2 down and no food around, I had to leave them to go and find some, and so one didn't make it. Oh, it was awful, Barjo.
The moment you lose your first one, it's pretty heart-wrenching, isn't it? You just feel like a bad parent.
Yeah, I was crying, no, I'm so sorry, I failed you.
Circle of life.
That whole level is so stressful too, because if they get spooked by the snap of a twig, they all run off into the darkness. And that moment of panic as you try to find them in the dark before disaster strikes is just terrifying. It's amazing that a simple little game like this made me feel so anxious.
Continuing on your journey, your cubs will grow the more you feed them. If you're sneaky and quick, you can even snatch a fox for them to feast on together. Feast, my babies. Grow big and strong.
It's funny how you have no remorse for the fox either. It's all about your children. I mean, that's the law of the jungle. Eat or be eaten.
That said, predators are one thing, but even the land turns against you. Oh, these poor little guys just can't catch a break.
Yeah, I played through this a few times, but I never managed to make it to the end with more than 4 babies. There's a river rapid section that I always lose one on, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. But even still, I loved every moment of it. I loved that protective nature it brought out in me. I loved caring for my little cubs, turning around and feeling that relief as I saw them bounding along after me. Plus, all the design choices perfectly complemented the experience, so I'm giving it 8.5.
I loved how different this game was, and it goes to show that with the right elements, even a little game about badgers can be an emotional experience. It's easy to recommend this. It's appropriately priced for a short woodland adventure. I'm giving it 8 out of 10 rubber chickens.